So recently we've had a lot of messages and evidence surface to prove that Celeste may have been pregnant, possibly even engaged, and that's why she was murdered by David. Because this superstar celebrity having a child with a child would destroy his career, so maybe that's why he did it. So let's delve into this theory and the evidence surrounding it. So firstly, we have a lot of messages from his Discord where she literally said she was pregnant and David said, oh yeah, me and her are having a child. So firstly, Celeste is apparently this deleted user. She was very active in the server and there's a lot of proof to prove that it was her because David constantly atted her and replied to her messages. And she even said like this is her date of birth and her name, so it's definitely her. I was like 99% sure it's her. So in this first screenshot from the 1st of January in 2024 where she was 13 years old. Guys, I think I'm pregnant. Someone asked her, why do you think that you're pregnant? My belly gets bigger. Now, of course, your belly getting bigger doesn't mean you're pregnant. Maybe she was just bloated or she gained weight or she ate a lot of food. But then later down here, this same guy, Mark, said, are you a V? To which she responded with, it's easier said than done. Sometimes, now I don't know what she meant by it easier said than done. But then she said, sometimes something kicks my belly. Now, something kicking your belly is definitely a sign of pregnancy, but that's like very late pregnancy, right? Like you don't get kicks at the start, do you? That's like kind of late or mid-late pregnancy, and by that time your belly is quite big, so you would know that for sure you're pregnant. I think this just may have been a 13-year-old, no offense, potentially just, you know, trying to mess around or get some attention on Discord. Not even get attention, but just, you know, joke around. So they say, Mox, I would tell her, make sure if you're really pregnant or not, and if yes, tell the father and your parents. It might be hard, but you know. To which she would respond with, I don't have parents, but thanks for the advice. Now again, this just shows us she came from a pretty broken home. We know that she ran away, you know, her parents reported her missing, but no one really made an effort to go save her, bring her back and protect her. This guy that annotated the screenshot doesn't have parents, possibly Celeste since she ran away. I definitely think this is Celeste. We've seen the same yellow Discord profile picture from her before. But yeah, as she said herself, I don't have parents. Again, this just proves that no one cared that she was out in LA being with this artist. If this was a, you know, a loving family that and a child that had parents that cared about her, if they knew their kid was in LA with a adult, they would be on the phone with the police, contacting news agencies to report this guy and expose him, or they would drive up there themselves and bring their child back. But clearly no one cared about Celeste. Then here she said, I'm 17. However, we know David literally told her to lie about her age, and again she may have just lied here because people knew she was David's quote-unquote girlfriend and she didn't want to make him look bad for being with someone so young. Again, this guy says we don't know if this was her, purely speculation currently, but there is more screenshots in a second, which just wait. Now, this is where David goes. So a fan asked him first, David, are you happily married or single? Me and deleted user got a kid on the way. Deleted user, Celeste. And this was posted 6 months after these original messages, which were in the January of 2024. These are in the 7th month, which is in July. So these were on the 12th of July. So 6-7 months later. And he says, me and Celeste got a kid on the way. Now again, I don't think we should really take this too seriously. Celeste messages and this one too. Because, you know, he's probably just, again, attention seeking, trying to excite his fans, I guess. Or maybe just having a joke, you know, just trying to goof around. Now, this deleted user, you know, the same yellow one, deleted user that said in January she thinks she's pregnant, but she would respond to David's message saying me and deleted user got a kid on the way. She would say, just so you know, March next year, LMAO. Now, this timeline doesn't really add up because she thought she was pregnant in January. That means the kid would be what, for August this year, September? It's 9 months, so yeah, like September, maybe even October if the child's born late. But March next year, that would mean she's gotten pregnant like now. Oh, sorry, now. During these screenshots, what, let's say June, July, August, around that time. I think these are just silly text messages and they were messing around. The person that annotated this said, if the pregnancy wasn't a hoax and if she is pregnant in the autopsy report, she was murdered before March this year. If the autopsy report shows that she recently had a child, then she was murdered more recently than March. Yeah, I mean, if they do the autopsy report properly, they should be able to see if she was pregnant or that she had a kid already. I doubt that they secretly had a kid already. That would be insane. That would be an actual like Netflix episode, Netflix documentary. There's no way they had a kid secretly behind the scenes, especially with her age. Like, it would be weird if they turned up at the hospital and she was 20 and he was 20 and she was 4, because he was 20 and she was like 14, 13. So that would have looked very weird in the hospital, and they probably would have notified the police. Then David continues saying, what should I name my kid, guys? David asking for name suggestions. Oh, then Celeste would post a picture after the pregnancy reveal, David's arm on her leg. So is this them sat together backstage at a show? I can't really tell what this picture is. So they're clearly together, but we know that they were in a quote unquote relationship. But again, it's not a relationship because she can't be in a relationship with an adult. She cannot consent. And the thing is, David has this song called Rendezvous, or is it Rendezvous? Where there is some interesting lyrics. He says, I thought you said that you didn't want no kids, and then you lie to my face and say it is what it is. So maybe Celeste told him she doesn't want to have kids, but she lied and actually wants to have a kid. So maybe she got pregnant. David thought, oh, she doesn't want to have kids, she's not going to keep it. But she turned around and said, oh no, I actually want to keep it. Which would make sense. She probably wants to have a kid with this superstar. She's just a kid, she has no idea what she's doing. But I guess it would kind of make sense that she wants to keep it. And even this lyric that this fan posted on Twitter from the song L4F, I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I'll be breaking it all the time. I mean, yeah, being in a relationship with a 13, 14-year-old is definitely against the law. This guy said on Twitter and it got 200,000 likes. I bet my last dollar David took his 15-year-old girlfriend, she was actually 14. Celeste Reeve's life, he took her life because she had gotten pregnant. I wanted to keep it and he didn't want to be charged as the PDF file he is. I mean, yeah, that's like the biggest theory people are making. She was pregnant, of course, if they had a baby or she kept the baby, it would kill his career because having a child while you're 20 and she's 14, yeah. So that's like pretty much the number one theory, because that's literally the biggest thing I just don't understand. I can't get my head around it. Why did he kill her? This fan asked on Reddit, will they be able to tell if she was pregnant? I know they said she was decayed and it was only her chest/head found. I don't know where he found that. I'm not sure that's true. Wonder if he cut there to hide assault/pregnancy. Thoughts? Now again, the whole dismemberment thing, that the body was chopped up, is apparently not true. Apparently they only said it was dismembered because the body was there for so long in the car, it rotted very badly and it just fell apart, and apparently it wasn't actually chopped up into pieces. But this fan said they should be able to tell via blood test/hormone levels correct. So yeah, once they do the autopsy, I mean, they already have done one, but I think they're gonna do another one for like all her vitals and stuff like that, all the hormones, and like I'm not sure about like the specific words, but they'll do one to check if she was pregnant. They always do it. Now the thing is, a lot of fans are also doubting it because David joked about having a baby on the way multiple times. This is from 2023. He's on stream and reacts to the news that he's going to be a father. Found it in a YT compilation here. I'm not saying she wasn't pregnant, but it's not the first time he's lied or jokes about it. I'm gonna play you guys the clip.
I just received some insane news, guys. Are you ready?
Oh.
I'm having a kid.
Hey, let him know. Hey, let him know.
I'm having a kid. I'm having a kid. I'm having a kid. Oh my god.
Mike is speaking.
I'm a dad.
We are not mentally insane. Never. Never.
Obviously, Celeste did not ever have a child that we know of. If she really was pregnant in 2023, she could have terminated the pregnancy without parental consent, so it's possible he is being serious. But it's unlikely. Because yeah, as this guy said, if he showed up to a hospital to have the baby or have an abortion, and he's an adult and she's a child, there will be a lot of concerns. The hospital may contact CPS or the police because that's not right. Now look, there's actually more I just found. The girl who follows Celeste on TikTok showed her repost about pregnancy, combined with the screenshots about pregnancy in the Discord chat. It sounds convincing. So this is like one of Celeste's burner accounts and she actually reposted stuff about pregnancy. So she reposted this one here. Is there a date on it? Let me turn the captions off. This is the, I don't know which the date is. Is this February or is it August? I don't know if it's like American. I think it's February, right? Jeez, I can't tell because I don't know if it's like European or American. Let's just say it is February because that's around the time in the Discord, and she was saying around January that she's pregnant. When he went from my boyfriend to my baby daddy, that is disgusting. Oh, it says here, reposted on the 9th of February 2024. So those Discord messages were from January, so that's around the same time. Maybe she really was pregnant. Or again, this is just like another troll to, so her friends message her like, what the hell? I found another one from this deleted user. I'm going back home on Monday. Actually, let me tell you guys the date. This was the 9th. No, this is American dates. The 6th of September 2025. No, that's not possible. This must be European dates. The 9th of June 2025. Hopefully just in time for my baby's birth. So, I mean, this is June. So maybe she was pregnant. Hopefully just in time for my baby's birth. So maybe the baby was due around late June, late July, I guess, which kind of lines up because if the baby was due, let's say late July, the latest. He killed her late July, dumped her in the car, and they found her a month later at the start of September. I think the pregnancy thing is kind of like the most likely theory because, again, why would you kill her? The only other reason is because she was going to expose you. Well, if you guys think the whole pregnant situation is bad, we'll look at this because apparently they were engaged. There's the engagement ring and the David tattoo again. So here's a David tattoo and then this is the engagement ring with a nice little diamond. Now, was she just wearing this to mess about and posted it specifically to get attention and just mess about? But it's definitely weird that a 20-year-old is on a date with a 14-year-old while she's got an engagement ring on. It's like, and this is like a new photo as well. So guys, I'm telling you, this stuff just keeps getting more and more worse and more disturbing day by day. Now this is from a completely different Reddit, but it's Mark My Words, a subreddit, and he said, Mark my words, the girl found in David's car was killed because she got pregnant. So yeah, if it came out that he got a minor pregnant, his life would be over. He either didn't want her to get an abortion because he might get found out through the clinic/paperwork, or she didn't want to get an abortion. And remember, if we go back to the lyrics, I thought you said they didn't want no kids, and then you lie to my face and say it is what it is. It is what it is. So she told him she doesn't have kids, but then maybe she got pregnant, and then wanted to keep it, which is a lie, and it is what it is. We're keeping it. This was a missing teenager who had run from her family and lost 2 years of high school, yet had gotten accustomed to a lavish lifestyle. As David had been sending her 5-figure sums of money, there is actually a screenshot of David sending her $9,000. She was likely terrified of the idea that her multi-millionaire celebrity boyfriend would leave her and she'd lose everything. But keeping the baby meant a better chance of keeping him, or at least of having a stable income. That is definitely true. That's actually a very good point. Because if you guys remember, around the start of September, or I think it was the start of August, he was commenting on other girls' posts saying, oh, like, I need to write a song about you, and he made a TikTok saying, where the huzz at? So maybe he wanted to leave Celeste, maybe him and Celeste had an argument and they broke up, and she was terrified that he would leave her, and she would have to go back to being with her terrible parents in her broken home. So she had a baby, so he has to support her. However, some people are also laughing, like, come on, everyone's seen at least one episode on CSI or Dateline. Whoever did this is the dumbest murderer going right now. That's the thing, it's so weird because it's so obvious that he did it, right? It's like there's pictures of them together, everyone knew they were together, but then he just dumped her in his car that's registered to his name. Like, what was he thinking? And then one more tweet which went viral about the whole pregnancy. Oh, David, you nasty bee, matching tattoos with a 13-year-old, and the mom said her daughter had a boyfriend named David. Yeah, throw him under the MF in prison. I bet that baby was pregnant and that's why he killed her, SMH. Again, I just don't see any other reason why he would have killed her. Because let's say she wasn't pregnant and she just wanted to expose him. That was the only thing that she was going to do. So she was going to expose him for being with a kid, her. And she was going to expose him on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. Hi guys, I'm David's ex-girlfriend. I was 13 and he grew me yabba yabba. Now that is bad. It was very bad. His career would have been definitely over. You know, he still would have had a lot of money and a lot of fame because you know how it is. Even like Diddy, and there's another guy that like touched kids and he's still got a huge Spotify page. He's still making, I mean, he's in prison forever, but he's still famous and making a lot of money, which is just going to his family instead. I don't even want to try think about it because I'm not thinking like David is. He's clearly a psycho, so I can't find an explanation for this because we don't think like him. And look, I just found this post from the David subreddit 3 hours ago. I was just looking for more stuff to end the video off with, and look at this comment from the 26th of February in 2024. Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old. How many people knew? It seems like everyone knew. It seems to me at least 30-40 people knew from his Discord, family, stuff like that. There was easily like 50 people that knew him. Okay, maybe not 50, like 20-30 people that knew, and it just kept going on. Wow, and this is crazy. For your info, this is how big the frunk is. Oh my god. Maybe she was dismembered, but I don't know, maybe they just folded her in there? What? I feel sick. This is so disturbing. Yep, definitely. And then look at this one. This is a picture of Celeste wearing this blue wig with the bangs. And then look at this. He's wearing the wig. That is disgusting. I wonder when this was. Was this after she died? Oh my god, here's another one. He's so disgusting. And this was from the 6th of July 2024. So this was before she died, because we think she died around start of August, mid-August. But yeah guys, let me know your theories in the comments below. I'm really interested what everyone thinks. Like the top 3 theories right now is pregnancy, she was going to expose him and leave him, and the third one, he's just a psycho. He always talks about killing in his songs, and this was just one of his fantasies. And stay safe, I'll see you guys in the next one.